Now it's counting.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh! Damn it. Sorry. Sorry.
Hajime!
I don't even know where to start. In the past 3 weeks, I've been to 3 different countries,
including the United States.
I've traveled for over 66 hours by either plane, bus, car, taxi, or donkey.
I lied about the donkey. There wasn't a donkey.
There have been a lot of ups and downs and with traveling with poles overseas, and
going to places where nobody speaks the same language as you.
I'm going to try and explain everything to the best I can in a very short time. Good news, it's over 2 vlogs. This one will be Puerto Rico, and within 5 days I'll have another one, and that one will be Taiwan. Here we go! 2 weeks before Taiwan, I've been super busy. Like, I haven't been able to jump with Steve or Caroline in like 6 weeks. So it's been hard. It's been juggling everything. Juggling coaching and finding a place to train. And Minnesota's been full of snow.
What the freak is up with that?
When I finally got a day to jump with Steve, I drove out there immediately, and it was raining. It wasn't like hard enough to affect us too bad, so I jumped, and my little poles were too little. My 6 left poles were a little too big. Steve suggested trying to find a 7 left or a 14-step approach, and I've never done that before. And we found it. Now I have another trick or tool or weapon, whatever you want to call it.
I will choose weapon.
Another weapon to add to my bag of weaponry. My weaponries of bags. So I have a 7 left approach, and it went pretty well. I didn't have any video.
Because I forgot my GoPro and it was raining.
Yeah, it went really well, and then after that, we were thinking about ideas of how to get the pole to roll faster while me flying forward. It's been stuck in my head ever since, and I've been obsessing over how to do that. But I think I found the trick. What's my dog doing? He's freaking out back behind me.
Say hello. No, over here. Over here. You.
So, right after the Steve White practice, I get to my car.
Thank God I have a little smartphone now.
Danny Wilkerson,
I said your name wrong, I feel like a jerk.
Mary Saxer's coach, he contacted me. He's like, Shawn, I got a meet in Puerto Rico for you. You gotta let me know if you can go. You have an hour to get back to me.
An hour? I'm going to Taiwan in 2 weeks. How am I gonna get to Puerto Rico? What are the details?
Like, all this stuff went through my head. I said, screw it, let's do it.
Screw it, let's do it.
I got a hold of the meet director, and he's like, you're leaving on Thursday. I had 6 days before I leave for Puerto Rico. I just went with the flow. I just jumped in, and there we went. So I had a meet in Puerto Rico a week before Taiwan. 2 international meets back to back. There was a lot that had to be done before I left. So I had another week of training. It was kind of tough. I'd say this every time, and it's not any easier, and I haven't found a good way to do it. But I've been trying to juggle how to get my training in, how to juggle what facilities are open for me to go in Hastings, which is like 10 minutes away, and then there's the University of Minnesota, which is an hour away, and Apple Valley is like an hour away. And then how to coach these high school kids while juggling that. Alright, now I'm juggling it all. And then where am I going to find the time to make it all fit where I can get enough sleep and eat correctly?
Because that's what elite athletes have to do.
When I can get coaching from Steve and Caroline, because me coaching myself doesn't work. What do you do? I don't know. It's hard. So, yeah, it's really hard. So one idea I had with the food issues was I am terrible at eating vegetables.
Really bad.
I bought a juicer. I try and eat 4 to 5 meals a day. Little snack meals in between meals that aren't really meals. I decided just to make juice and bring it with me.
I don't eat enough vegetables, so we're trying a juicer out.
So I've been juicing the crap out of vegetables, beets and broccoli and cucumbers and all sorts of stuff. And it tastes really good, and I actually feel pretty good eating it.
It's not just beet juice, it's got other veggies and fruits in there as well. some strawberries.
So I recommend it because I don't like to eat all those vegetables, but I can drink them in about 15 seconds instead of look at them for an hour and be like,
I don't want to eat beets.
I heard it makes you poop red.
so it helped me out. Might help you. I don't know. Give it a try or not. I don't care.
I will not put that in the vlog.
Like I said, the time thing's been hard, so sometimes these high school meets would get over at like 7:30 or 8 at night, and hey, no barking! Sorry, discipline my dog.
It's 8:30. Yeah, track meet since 1:30. And I'm about to do a treadmill workout. Thank goodness it's a short one.
And so the meet would still be going on, but I'd leave and I'd have an hour drive home. And so like I had a treadmill workout. I started it at 9 o'clock when I got back to Hastings. It's not ideal, but I don't know. It's hard. I've learned a lot this last outdoor season, and I'm gonna not make some mistakes next year. Let's just put it that way.
Maybe 1 at 18, 1 at 19, then we're out of here.
So I got one day vaulting in, but it wasn't with Steve or Caroline, and it went really well. Like I had the bungee at like 5 meters, and some of the cues and stuff Steve was talking about, I was trying to get to work, and it would just pop the pole into the right spot, and whoop! And I was jumping like 5 meters, just like 16.6, 16.5, from 4 lefts, on a little pole. Yeah, it was good. I mean, I could instantly see the results and feel them. And
you
I
really
jumped
shot
all
yourself
day
that time.
doing that. Here's the absolute best part. This is a big reason why I just love pole vaulting. I asked my high schoolers if I could have a vault sesh with them because I didn't have any other time or place to be able to vault. Can I vault with you guys? Can I crash your practice? And they were like,
Well, of course. Duh. Like, we've been itching to see you jump for a while.
they let me do it, and I was jumping with them, and then all of a sudden there was like 3 little kids right outside the gym where the pole vault pit is at, and I was like, hey, you guys want to come over and try this? And 2 of them were like,
No, not us. Not me.
and then one of them was like,
Yeah, I want to try this.
gave him pole, told him where to hold, told him where to stand, just run and hold on.
What's your name, dude?
Right.
First time pole vaulting?
Yeah.
What are you doing here today?
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling, but you came over to try the pole vault?
Yeah.
First time ever, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got, dude. Yeah, you're a pole vaulter, dude. First time. Yeah. Woo! Is that fun? Yeah, dude.
He ran, held on, landed in the pit. I was like,
You're a pole vaulter. High five, high five, high five, high five, high five.
and the kid was so jacked. He was like,
Yeah.
and then his 2 other buddies were
Don't
like,
want to try now?
and they came running over. They started vaulting.
First time pole vaulting? What are you doing here today?
Wrestling.
But you came out to see the pole vault because it looks kind of fun? Let's do it, man. Run, 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 run. Yeah! 2 new pole vaulters today. You're official, man. You landed in the pit and you didn't die. Perfect. Oh, man, number 3. All right, dude, let's see what you got. Yeah! 3 pole vaulters. God, you guys are awesome.
Look at the crowd. Look at all the kids.
And then
And the
I
coaches.
found out there was like a big wrestling tournament going on, so there was kids from like
Hey, so do you guys want to come
5
pole
all
vault?
the way up to
Little
like
guy?
17 or 18-year-old kids that are wrestling in this gym. And after about a half hour of this, we had like a crowd outside of like
Yeah,
30 to
first time
40
ever.
people all watching the
High
pole
five.
vault, and we had a
High five right
line,
here.
I don't know, 15 wrestlers who have never pole vaulted before, who were ignoring the wrestling tournament to come outside and do some crazy pole vault. It was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. The best way I can say is like I just started the fire with a little spark, and it just boom, it blew up. And that's the thing, pole vault is freaking awesome and fun, but if nobody knows about it or what it is, then they're not gonna do it, you know? You gotta get it out there. The best story is one of the dads saw me jump, and he just goes,
Holy shit. Holy shit.
and he ran inside. he grabbed 4 other dads and was like,
Watch this guy. He just jumped over a house. Look at this guy.
pole vaulting. Boom. Just let people watch you do it. And it's the easiest sport to sell in the entire world.
Hoot, 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 hoot. Oh, I almost threw up at that one. Just kidding. What do you have to say? Be positive.
Okay, I've been volunteering.
Be optimistic. Not
I've been volunteering for 2 hours and I did not die.
Woo!
I coached a meet, and then the next day after that, I left for Puerto Rico. Flew all day to Miami, from Miami to Puerto Rico.
Or maybe it was Orlando. Orlando to Puerto Rico.
Flew with Jeff Coover.
What'd you do? Did you already video something?
Yeah, like right now.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
oh, it's a
I can bleep it out, man. Don't worry
I'm
about
just
it.
gonna keep saying bad words every time you turn on. I'm just gonna go so you can't use anything.
We went downstairs. We went to try and find our poles.
We're like, where did the big poles come? The oversized bag? And it's like,
Oh, we just asked where the poles come, and she goes, they're all gonna come through that hole right over there.
they come from the hole.
Big hole with the handle and it's locked right now.
The hole. They come from the hole.
Be aware of that hole.
Alright, the hole with the handle, you mean the door? I'll go investigate this hole. Make sure poles come out of them.
So we found the poles that came out of the hole. It was awesome because Coover was able to help. He's been overseas a bunch of times and he was able to kind of give me the rundown of how things went, and I didn't get lost.
We got a real standard situation that happens at all these meets, and that's representative of a certain athlete trying to bum a ride.
And then when I got in the van, chaperone was like,
How high do you jump?
I was like 551. He was like,
Oh my god, I jumped 425, I just started. I'm like,
425, right? 425? Yeah.
like, good job, man. You know, you just keep plugging away and you'll be jumping really high too. You're just brand new at it, already jumping 425. Awesome. So we get to the hotel. It's like a Hilton on the beach. Like, there's no walls anywhere. Everything's outside. So you're eating lunch or dinner, or you walk into the place and the ocean breeze is just smashing you in the face. It was awesome. Like, one of the best hotels I've ever even seen in my entire life. And they took us into the room, into this little room, to take our picture and to get us our credentials and tell us where we needed to be and when and how the meet was going to be run. And then after that, we just went to our room, checked out the hotel. Coover said he likes, like, when he's at a meet, he just likes to go in the ocean to shake out, just to chill out. And when he's in the ocean, he's like, yeah, every time Brad Walker goes into the ocean, Brad always goes,
negative ions, bitches!
Coover went underwater and comes up, does the same thing.
Negative ions, bitches!
I'm gonna do that every single meet I go to where there's an ocean, because I have to now. It'd be ridiculous if I didn't, so...
Hell yeah, for negative ions. Negative ions, bitches!
So the day before, I did my pre-meet. I didn't go to the track, because sometimes I don't like to go to the track. I just like to pre-meet at the hotel.
This is awesome.
I kind of went exploring, because there's this awesome beach everywhere.
Investigation.
Went exploring.
The beach had crabs.
Had some food that night and was ready to roll. I was feeling great, ready to roll for that meet. So we got to the meet at like 4 o'clock and it didn't...
Oh my god, it zoomed in on me. That's better.
And the meet didn't start until like 8. So we were there super early. That's when they wanted us there. Coover and Dustin DeLeo were like...
We need to find some AC or some shades.
We walked all through the stadium, and it was cool because the stadium was like a baseball field, and the pole vault, you'd pole vault in the outfield. Finish line was like right by home plate down the third baseline. So we're in this huge stadium, and there's people everywhere, and it felt like a baseball game because people were like,
I'm gonna drink beer and I'm gonna have some peanuts.
we're the entertainment for this. This is crazy. This is really weird, and we finally found some shade and an air conditioning place. And I don't think we were supposed to be in there, but they saw my helmet and they're like Toby, and I'm like, kind of like Toby, but not nearly as cool as Toby Stevenson. The translator's like, so why do you wear that helmet? I'm like,
Because it makes my mom feel like I'm safe.
about an hour before the meet started, we ran back out and we're ready to compete. I wish I had film of it, but I don't. I warmed up and I felt like I was taking off under, and I kept moving back and nothing would help. Let's just see how this goes. So the meet started. I came in at 5:20. First jump I got stood up. I didn't even make it into the pit. Had the standards at 80. Chris Swanson was helping me out, and he just looked at me and was like, your steps are like 13, 13, 3. Everything looks good. I'm like,
What the frick is going on? So I was like,
I move back 6. I try again. Same thing. 13, 13, 3. It's like, well, maybe I'm not putting my foot down well enough, and I do a third one, and it was a good shot way up over the bar, but just came down on it, and I was beating myself immediately. I was like,
it's my first international meet, and you no-hided, and you haven't no-hided yet all year, and you came all the way here and you no-hided, and they expect you to make a bar. What's your deal? Why can't you figure this out? You're on a little pole.
all that negative stuff, just like Mount Sac all over again. I mean, it made it a little bit worse because it was like, if I would have just made like 5 meters, I would have got 4th and had my trip paid for. But I no-hided and like walked home like in the hole. So on the way home, I text like Steve and Caroline, my mom, and was like, I just no-hided. More of this negative self-defeating stuff, and I was like,
I'm gonna go swim home, because it's 85 degrees and it's nice.
it took a while, but again, I started to slowly climb out of it. Kind of like that guy in the van. I ran into a jaff thrower. She's like, she's from Jamaica. She's like,
Guess how old I am?
okay, this question's terrible. When a girl asks how old you are, aim low. Me too? She's like,
22, I'm 41 years old.
she's just like,
Oh, you have good meats, you have bad meats. As long as there's a lot of good meats, everything will be fine.
she's like, you just gotta take the positive. She's just saying all the stuff that I've been trying to do all year, and it was that like,
Do it, because everyone needs to think that way if they want to succeed.
I looked at it and I was like, I took off under the whole time because I was hauling and there was no headwind. It was a little bit of a tailwind, and I was just running way too well for the conditions. I wasn't used to it. Every bar I've made outdoors so far, except for my short approach in Arizona, have all been in headwinds. A couple things I learned. One, I need to catch mids, because my mid would have told me I was under, and I am really good at putting my foot in the right spot when it comes to the box. So mids, Caroline and Steve would have slapped me in the face if I didn't have anyone catching a mid, so I'm sure that slap's coming my way. 2, why am I mad? I was hauling so much, but that when I do figure out how to get my feet in the right spot, I'm gonna jump really, really, really high. 3, it was my first international meet, and I actually felt good. I didn't feel slow or tired or anything. It just kind of worked. And 4, I didn't beat myself up for like 4 days. I beat myself up for a night, and I woke up the next day like, alright, let's do Taiwan. Let's make this Taiwan meet work. And that was the plan for the rest of the week, is let's go have some fun in Taiwan and look at the process instead of the product. Yeah, my head was back in the right spot. I felt pretty good. Taiwan vlog is going to be made immediately after this one. So if you guys want, please follow me on Twitter.
Shawn Danger Hoot, because Danger is my middle name.
Facebook. I have 2 Facebooks now. I have mine, so if you want to be my personal friend, great. If you want to just have updates on what Team Hoot is doing,
Because it's growing.
I made a Team Hoot Facebook page. It's still being built, but I will put videos and pole vault stuff on there. So you can check that out if you want. Donations down in the description.
Stay tuned, more's coming soon. Okay, bye.
Want to see another cool thing? I made my own business cards.
Boop. Team Hoot.
All these pictures my brother Kyle made for me.
Boop, boop, boop.
I'll have these with me, so if you ever see me, be like, dude, give me a business card, and I'll be like, alright, man. I'll fling it at you nicely so it doesn't poke your eye out, but yeah.